him. They were really not interested in me because male dancers are, very sought out. They're, there's not a lot, so they're a lot more precious. So, but I was the one who knew how to teach because I had made myself teach classes because I was trying to make ends meet, and I realized that I had a talent to be a teacher, and I love teaching girls. And I promised to myself that I was not going to be the harsh teachers, like the kind of teachers that I had, but I was thinking, what if instead of being mean, I can be a nice, empowering person. Instead of criticizing my students, I can empower them. What if? And so when we got this offer to move to the United States, they ended up hiring me as well because I could teach and because I could speak English. And I was an asset to them. Now, I was 22, which seems like a long time ago. And this is before the internet. I know. I had no idea what Evansville, Indiana would be like. I only have seen, there's these big giant books before the internet that have lots of maps. They're called atlas, and I have seen where Evansville was in the map. That's all I knew. And the people that were talking to me were like, oh yeah, this is a great company, blah, blah, blah. So when we moved to the United States, I was very shocked about everything, shocked about the culture. This company was not exactly what they had promised us to be, but that's okay. I wanted to adapt, and I had to do that quick. Now here's another thing that happened. So when I was in Mexico, I was, a dancer from the core. I was this one out of like 50 people. I was not anything special. And all of a sudden, I got thrown into all the main roles. And I didn't tell anybody that I was terrified, and I was so scared. And I just pretended, I can do this, sure. That wasn't a way for me to show myself that I could do this. And luckily, that abusive husband hated the job, and he moved back to Mexico, and I stayed. The contract originally was for 1 year. I ended up staying 5 years in Indiana and made amazing friends and learned a lot, and I continued teaching. So then, fast forward, and I moved to Lexington, which is my favorite place in the whole world besides my place at home in Mexico. I love Lexington, and I moved here in 23 years ago. And I just thought, this is the best place. This is like another little packet of heaven. This is like the best place. And I continued teaching and learning and teaching and learning until that had become my life. I just all of a sudden realized, when I left home, I wanted to be a dancer to see if I could do it, and here I am. And I was a dancer. And maybe not the dancer that I thought I would be, but absolutely I was doing the life that I wanted to do. So I was around 31, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to stop performing professionally, and I want to start a family. So at that point, I had my daughter, and I also started something, one of the most amazing things that I have ever done, and one of the most precious things to me besides being a mom. I started my own ballet school, Bluegrass Youth Ballet, BYB. And we're about to turn 19, just like my daughter. BYB is a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to engage and to inspire and empower all youth by providing the art of dance throughout their community. BYB is an awesome place. I wake up every day so excited for my job. It's never boring. We have about 260 boys and girls ages 3 through 18. We do performances, we go to the theater, and I have kept a promise to myself that I would be a teacher that would empower my dancers instead of criticizing them and pushing them down. So that's my story. It's a little longer than other stories, but that is my personal story. Now, there are some things, girls, that I want to talk to you about real quick. That these are like universal truths in life. There's two opposite forces in life, love and fear. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and probably you are going to be like, no, that all makes sense now. So love, here are some examples, could be kindness, self-care, gratitude, forgiveness, inspiration, creativity, friendship, trust, acceptance, joy, courage, and dreams. Love feels freeing. Love is knowing exactly who you are. All of us girls have dreams, small dreams, big dreams. Perhaps you have not even discovered some of the dreams, like our judge thought that she was going to be a cheerleader, but then she ended up being a judge. So you might not have discovered your dreams by now, but we all have big dreams. Love is having a dream, because when you love, when you dream, you love something that makes you unique and amazing. Love is knowing your power and not giving it away. So your power, listen to this, you powerful girls, your power is in knowing exactly who you are and loving yourself. Success is when you know that power and you align with it, and you know those gifts that you can give to the world and the community. So on the other hand, fear shows us many different things, and you might be like, I've never thought about this. Fear shows us laziness, anger, envy, indifference, rebellion. Some days it shows us judging or criticizing or comparing or worrying or stress, and that takes us to be anxious and sometimes depression. Fear is not knowing how to be authentic. Do you remember how love is like knowing exactly what you are and who you are and knowing your power? Fear is exactly the opposite. No knowing what you are, that is fear. Sometimes it can overcome us, it can take over, it's exhausting, and it can make us unhealthy or take us to negative places because it's looking for recognition or attention or answers. Fear is only love waiting to be discovered. So if you heard my story, you might notice that there's a pattern. There was a dream, there were challenges, sometimes little, sometimes big. There was a lot of fear. I said many times it was terrifying. And then you overcome that. There's growth, and then you become comfortable, and then you start all over again. So in order for you to achieve a dream, you have to face the fear. There's no other way. You have to face it, you have to go through it, you have to lean on it, you have to embrace it, then you pass it, and you grow. And then you have another dream. And that's how you become more powerful and stronger. So every day when you face challenges, your job is to not see them as something that is going to push you down and be like, why is this happening to me? But like, this is one of those opportunities that Miss Adalhi was talking about, and all of your speakers, that I can use this to make myself more authentic, to figure out how to love myself and to grow from this and then pass through it. So when you overcome these obstacles, you will feel so much stronger. When you feel that you have these obstacles and these challenges, if you react negatively to them, you give your power away. I'll give you an example. Raise your hands if you have ever been criticized by someone. Me too, a lot. And if you react negatively to it, you give your power away. When you react, when you get angry, what you really are, you're just being fearful. You're just being fearful of that criticism. Yes, so when you react to this situation in a toxic, negative way, you give your power away. And your power it's what makes you strong. So just make sure that you are aware that when you are facing these obstacles, you are never, ever giving your power away. You keep it, because that's the love for yourself. Right now, this is exactly where you need to be. all the things that happen to you have to happen in order for you to grow through it. So don't try to control them. Just lean on that fear and then get through it. And that is going to be your power. My power is teaching ballet. I've done it for 32 years and I still love it. And it's very cool because when I go to teach, I give my students energy. And they give me back some love. And that love converts into energy. And it's a really beautiful beautiful cycle. And that is my power. So I encourage you to figure out what is your power today. And I feel that we need to absolutely, before we go, I want to teach you the 5 positions of ballet. Is that okay? Real quick. Can you stand up real quick?